Peace, family. Peace. We are back. Come on in. Come on in. I actually went down to Speaker's Corner yesterday, family. I kind of want to talk to you about it. Let you give you my take on what I think exactly is going on down there. I went and had a little look around yesterday. The itch took me. The itch took me, and so I went down. I went down there. I was coming back from a meeting. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Okay, everyone's in there. Bigger Belly's up in there. Shaka G's up in there. Ruby's up in there. Inhuman Dark Fleet is up in the building. Jerome Lockhart. Okay, we're coming in. Simon Williams. Good. North Korea. Cause Hotep. Who else we got? Darren Julie. Drury even. Sunrose up in here. Clive King. My art report. Okay. The Savior's up in here. Sorry, I'm eating sweets, fam. But yeah, I went down to the corner yesterday. Thought I'd take my ass down to Hyde Park. Fuzzy Wuzzy Wazza woman, what's going on? And kind of made me realise why I don't go down there. Not because I have a problem with Speaker's Corner. No, I have no problem with Speaker's Corner. However, Speaker's Corner is getting very repetitive. Okay, the level of intellectual argument down there is becoming very repetitive. It's becoming very Muslim centered. I mean, first of all, the regulars down there wouldn't engage me anyway. So what was funny is Ginger Hamza was down there, and he was having a conversation. He never saw me, and I moved into his eye line, and he was like he got a little bit startled. He got a little bit startled by me turning up just in his eye line, which I found quite funny. Yeah, and Muhammad Hijab was walking around there like he couldn't see me, and trying to avoid eye contact. Adnan also avoided eye contact. Ali Dawa's also avoiding eye contact. I'm just like, I guess the call has been, put into them. Do not engage with Sarah Garvey. So it's just very interesting to watch that go down. And yeah, it's actually quite funny to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I didn't know that there's like a call that they shouldn't engage with me. But it was just funny to watch it go down. But then even listening to the arguments, Dean James Power was good. Even listening to their arguments, just like, it's the same stuff. It's like, if I was to go in and attempt to like debate them, it's like, Ultra Funky, what's good? Dave Smith. It would just be something that I've already said to them, And this is what I kind of realized, reason why it's kind of upsetting to watch people repeat the same arguments over and over again after they've been dismantled. It's really interesting to see how the human brain cannot deal with basically it's cognitive dissonance. You're actually watching cognitive dissonance, you see. You're watching the fact that you've been dismantled. However, you are not, what's the term I'm looking for? You're not strong enough to go with the facts. You're not strong enough to go with the better line of argument because you are emotionally attached to this thing called Islam or Christianity or whatever it is. You just can't break away from it, even if you're faced with things that actually make sense. So Yeah, I was down there, not for very long. Um, and Westy One was good. And it was just like, yo, what up, Fifth Avenue Phil? Yeah, it was just it was frustrating, if I'm honest. I walked around for a little while and I listened to people's arguments and I was like, nope, dealt with that one. Nope, I've dealt with that one. Nope, I've dealt with that one. Nope, I've heard that before. Nope, why are they still saying this even though it's been dismantled? Nope, nope, nope. And I was like, gosh, like there's no level of like intellectual debate going on anymore. Like you don't get to engage in something that's going to make your brain like think outside the box that it's already in. Anna D, what's good? So yeah, I think that's the reason it confirmed to me why I don't go down there that much, if I'm honest. Dason said, have you ever debated Bob? No. Cherie Boyce, what's good? I haven't debated Bob actually. Janice Rich says Hamza plagiarizing your previous convo with the same old. That's the thing about imitation. They say it's the best form of flattery, right? So if somebody's plagiarizing a conversation that I've had, go ahead. Do you know what I mean? Just give credit where credit is due, but they won't. You know, they won't. Jonah Hyatt says there's too much negative energy down there. I mean, yesterday wasn't that much negative energy. Not from where I was standing or where I was, but they're definitely giving me eyes, giving me looks, you know, thinking, oh, is Sarah gonna go in? Is he gonna say something? Is he gonna do something? Is he gonna, you know, is he gonna come in and argue with us? And I was just like, you know what, it's already been done. I'd prefer to, you know what it's like, you know, when you get older, right, and like you stop listening to new music, you start listening to the old school stuff. It's like that. It's like, I'd prefer to watch one of my old debates, if I'm totally honest, than like listen to this stuff. Because it's like, yeah, it's a bit wishy-washy. There's nothing really that good going on. So, yeah. What was good though, is that a couple of people came up to me and they were like, you know, really like your stuff. You've made me start researching some stuff. And that's the stuff that I do like. I'm not gonna lie, that's the stuff that I do like. I like the fact that people can come up to me and just say, listen, I didn't know much about X, and because you said something, I went to research X, and now I know a little bit more about X. And I'm like, good, that's what I want. I want people to be thinking outside of the boxes that they've been given. I want people to expand their minds. I want all of that stuff. But this whole, I'm gonna stay in this box type thing, it's like, nah, didn't like it. So, you know, for me, I think I'm gonna go down there very rarely. You know, I'm gonna go down there very rarely. What we saying? Bum bum bum. What we got? What we got here, family? What you saying? The pen is mightier than the sword. The pen is a 3-foot samurai sword. But hey ho. Okay. Nikki Dudley says, what's the point of debate if nobody ever comes to a conclusion, Sarah Garvey? I mean, but that's the point of debate, though. I think the point of debate is to actually come to a conclusion. I think the stubbornness and the ego and the arrogance of people won't allow them to come to a conclusion. Because if two people came into a debate being solely objective and basically were like, all right, cool, if you put forward the better argument, then I'll go with what you're saying because it's a better argument, then we'd actually get somewhere. But, you know, they don't go into it. They don't go into a debate like that. They go into the debate with preconceived notions about something. They're never going to be swayed. You know, I've gone into debates and I've literally shown people to be talking nonsense. I've shown people to not even know the God that they're talking about. I've shown them that, you know, the documents that they hold dear are, you know, are corrupted. All this kind of stuff. And it just doesn't matter. It actually just doesn't matter. So, I don't know. It doesn't matter what you bring them. And that's what I've noticed. It doesn't matter what evidence you bring. They're just not going to accept it. Will we see Tan in England again, says Karen. You know, I hope so. I hope so. But I don't know. I'm not in that position. I hope to see him. I hope to see him. What do you say? Tanism. Is Tanism the new religion, guys? Is that what it is? The animal kingdom goes against nature. Stubbornness is a serious illness, says Stay Focused. It is a very serious illness, man. It's a very serious illness, stubbornness. But then it's like, it's not just stubbornness though, guys. Do you know what I mean? It's literally like fear as well. Like, fear is what stops a lot of people from actually thinking outside the box they've been given. I mean, if you actually think that if I think outside the box I've been given, I'm gonna burn forever and ever and ever, then I can see why, you know, you wouldn't actually think outside your box. You know, because you're stuck in that fear, and it's only when you come out of that fear box, then you can start to say, okay, fine, you know, let me look at things a bit differently. You relinquish the fear and you no longer have it. So yeah, that is what it's all about. It's about relinquishing that fear. And people are scared to be not scared, you know, if that makes sense. Like, people are actually scared to be not scared. I remember the debate you had with the Jamaican guy. He seems to be the dumbest one. That Jamaican Muslim was back at the park yesterday and he was looking at me like, it's just like, bro, like, I've spoken to him. I spoke to him personally about how Adam could not be the name of the first man, right? I spoke to him personally. It's on camera, and he's still a Muslim. And he still talks about Adam. I'm just like, it's pointless. It's actually pointless. Because they're emotionally involved, they're emotionally attached, and it's actually pointless having a conversation with people who are emotionally attached, because you're not going to have a reasonable discussion. It's not going to be reasonable. It's going to be irrational. Sarah, are black Muslims Uncle Toms or coons? This is what I will say. In regards to black Muslims, we will know, if we do our historical research, that Arab Muslims were the first to enslave black people. The Prophet Muhammad has hadith where he says that if you want to know what the devil looks like, he looks like a black guy called Nabal something, and he's tall and long hair. He's black, he's tall and long haired, and he's got red eyes, something like that. Prophet Muhammad is referred to black people as pug-nosed, raisin heads. I mean, he was described as a white man, he had black slaves, like all of this stuff. But, you know, I mean, you can tell them this, you know, you can tell them this, and they will still be a Muslim, you know. And then they have the audacity to call someone else a coon or a house Negro and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's very weird to me, you know. Big Zone up in the building. They are brain dead. I think it does. I really do think it does. I said, being down at Speaker School yesterday, I think being a religious person does stop and hinder your critical thinking capabilities. It really does. It really does. Because I'm down there and I'm speaking to them, or I'm looking at, I was speaking to a guy. I actually got speaking to a guy down there, as a matter of fact, and he was a Muslim. This wasn't on camera though, but he was speaking to a Christian, and he was speaking to a Christian, and he said to this Christian, "Oh well, your religion is false, right?" I said, "So I'm listening, and he's talking to this Christian about Jesus could not have been God, blah 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 blah, all this kind of stuff." And I said, "Listen, is your religion false?" I said this to a Muslim. I said, "Is your religion false?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay, thank you." I said to the Christian, "Is your religion false?" He said, "No." I said, "Do both of you have the truth?" They said, "Yes." So I said, "Okay, both of you got the truth, right? Both of you got the truth, and both of you haven't got false religions, but when you come together, you can't agree on the truth. Now, if you and I said we got the truth, or is the truth that the sky's blue or whatever? If you and I came to an agreement that this, you know, that the sky's blue, then cool, we got the truth. Cool, sky's blue. Yes, fantastic. Cool. You both got the truth. Yes. All right. Cool. Speak about it. Oh, you're wrong because you're wrong because you're wrong because, and I'm like what? I thought you both had the truth. And I gave them that analogy, and I said, you can't both have the truth. You know what I'm saying? You both got your individual truths, but the truth, you haven't got that, because on the truth, you would agree on it. You know, if it was the truth, you'd agree. Just like I'm here. Are we agreed on that, family? Am I here? Or are you guys crazy, right? The truth is agreed upon. It's self-evident, you know, it's here. You got people in there saying, oh no, I got the truth. I got the truth. No, I got the truth. And I'm like, yeah, but you guys can't even agree on what the truth is. NH said many Christians becoming Muslim. So what? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. There are many Muslims becoming Christian also. So what I'm trying to say is that whole arrogance and that whole egotistical thing about numbers. It doesn't matter. Like, you've got Muslims becoming Christian, Christians becoming Muslims, Muslims becoming atheists, Christians becoming atheists. It's an up and down seesaw type thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that someone is quote unquote correct. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't found that correct thing yet. You know? Yes, we haven't found that. So now what? If we can all admit, say, you know, because I said to the guy yesterday, I said, could you be wrong? I said to the Muslim guy, I hear you're saying that you've got the truth, and there's a Christian guy that you're talking to. I said, is it possible that you're both wrong? And I said to the Muslim, is it possible you're wrong? And he said, no. I believe I'm right. And I said, you know, it's a contradictory statement. You believe you're right. Okay, so a belief is what? It's something that is accepted without any proof. So you haven't got any proof, and you still can't be wrong. What? I'm just like, come on, man. Like, the ego, when you speak to people like this, you're speaking to their ego. You're not even speaking to a person anymore. You're not even speaking to a person anymore. You're just speaking to an ego, like a big inflated ego is standing right in front of you, and that's who you're speaking to. You're not even speaking to a human being. It's like, bro, I want to speak to a human being, please. Please knock in your head and get the human being side out of you so I can actually have a conversation with that person. Please, you know? Damn. But hey, that's Speaker's Corner for you. If you haven't all visited, go and visit and see for yourselves, you know? Please go and visit and see for yourselves. What are you saying now, family? Bum. Why do you not have super chat, says Dave Smith. Do you know what's funny? I'm not even gonna lie to you, Dave Smith. I don't know what super chat is. What is super chat, please? Rada Lada says, what is a black man? Okay. Deep Man says, peace, Sarah. Okay. I saw the moon splitting in my dream last night, says Karen. Okay. Ultra Funky says, black Muslims have no real knowledge of self. I'd probably agree with you there. I think when it comes to black Muslims, they're probably the most intellectually disabled black people. That's just my personal opinion. You know, I think they're intellectually disabled, if that's actually a terminology. Maybe I'll term it. Maybe I'll coin that term. Intellectually disabled is what they are. You said, cool video, says, sorry, are you going to finish the Wahhabi once and forever at Speaker's Corner? Bro, like I said, I have said it all I can say. I think I've said all I can say there. Joe Farmer says, Sarah obviously does this out of passion. I'm passionate. Passionate about a lot of things. And I'm passionate about the facts. That's what I'm passionate. I'm passionate about factual arguments, right? And people bringing stuff to the table that can be either, you know, broke. Why is my stream like lagging now? Excuse me. That can be broken down, and that can be, like, you know, presented to people to see if, you know, what is said is a fact or not. That's what I'm passionate about, you know. And religious people can't do that. They're down at Speaker's Corner every week, attempting to tell people that their belief is a fact. Can't prove that. You've seen how many times I've done that they can't actually prove the God. You've seen them admit that they can't prove God, but yet and still, here they are. What do you do? What do you do? Lemon Egg says, did you talk to Mohammed Hijab? No, Mohammed Hijab avoided me yesterday, which is actually quite interesting. Do I think Hijab is a narcissist? Yeah, I would say yeah. I would say yeah. What we got here? Malcolm X. Were black African Muslims before Arabs coming to Africa? See, absolutely, you haven't been. Gosh, man. You guys are funny, man. You guys just arguing. You guys just arguing. The topic is a Speaker's Corner roundup, Shafiq Shandar. I'm just rounding up what I was at Speaker's Corner yesterday, and I'm just rounding up basically what I view down there. You know, Logical Truth, what's up? Have you been seeing culture recent tweets? Lots of truth. Ezra, what's good? He says, why do they need to prove their faith though? Can you prove yours? Ezra, we've been through this, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you are asserting that your belief is not a belief but a fact, you have to prove it. I assert that God exists. That's my assertion. You sitting next to me in this car say, Sarah, I hear you just said God exists, but how do you actually know God exists? It is called faith, Ezra. I agree. But they don't say it's faith. They say it's fact. There's a difference. The difference between faith and fact, bro. I'm telling people. And so if you say it's a fact, I'm going to ask for some proof of that fact. And if you come up with, oh, there was a guy in a cave and, you know, you put off on a unicorn, and I'm like, where? How? And you say, oh, but yeah, because the Quran was a book and no man could have. And I'm like, how? Explain. And you can't do that? There you go. You're finished. You're finished. You're done. You're dusted. Finish. Don't assert it as a fact anymore. Tell people it's a belief. Tell people it's faith. And we will have absolutely no problem with you. None. I wouldn't have a problem with you. But I don't want people telling me that their faith is a fact, because I'm going to ask you for proof. And if your proof, like we've said before, is, oh, there's an entity that exists outside the universe. And I'm like, have you been outside the universe? Do you know there's even an outside universe? Yeah. Why? How? Because the book said so. Then we get back to the book and I say, does your God exist within a book or outside the book? You will tell me outside the book. I would say no, because it seems like you keep referring to a book to validate your God. So your God must exist in the book. So just like Batman exists in the comic book, Batman must exist. If I assert Batman as a fact, I've said this so many times before. Batman exists because a book says so. Allah exists because a book said so. Jehovah exists because a book says so. No, we're gonna need more than that book, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need more. So, please. Done your dance today. Love that name. I haven't read The God Delusion, Jamie Miro. I should. A lot of people are like telling me to. Dave Smith said, can we do live debates in the venue? You versus Bob would be great. Okay. Shafiq Chanda says, there's only one God, I believe. That's what they all say. That's what they all say, mate. Yeah, but no one's been able to prove it yet. And you guys will literally fight and kill each other over something that can't be proven. That's what's very interesting to me. Like, people will actually kill each other over stuff that can't be proven. Like, if somebody like done something to my family member and it was proven, and I chose to go and get that person in revenge, I could sleep better at night knowing that I got them because it was proven that they done something. There are people out there looking to kill people for something, and they can't even prove God. They're gonna kill you for God, but they can't prove God. That to me is insanity. That is insanity to me. Chrissy says, what about curses and voodoo? What about curses and voodoo? Gosh, people kill each other over football. That's very true. People will fight over football teams, bro. Like, and then it makes you ask the question, like, is this what it is then? Is this what's basically going on? Like, my team's better than your team? Is this whole religion thing just like a big football game? Like Arsenal versus Man United, or I don't know, like Liverpool versus Chelsea. Like, everyone's just arguing that their team is the best team. You know, based on what? Like, based on what? Crazy. Rada Lada said you also fought in the park. I didn't fight in the park. Then who the hell to pray to? Your foot. God forbid, said Purple Rain. What do you mean? I prefer to pray to my foot. I can pray to my foot. My foot does more for me than God does. I'm walking with this motherfucker. Right? I'm walking with this foot, as a matter of fact. Okay? What's God doing? Where's he at? Ain't seen him yet. You know? Where's God at? All these books talking about he exists. I'm like, where's he at? You know? Someone tell me. As a matter of fact, put in a call to him. You guys go pray to him. Tell him Sarah Garvey wants to speak to him. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Let's see if he answers. Let's see if he answers. Chicken. Your foot stinks. Okay. I've heard you wanted to put your hands on people. I did want to put my hands on people after they wanted to put their hands on me rather louder. However, it seems as if context is not what any person wants nowadays, okay? What matters is just what you think. And so that's why I like to control my own narrative. So if you ask me a question on something, I can actually give you an answer, you know? But I've just noticed people don't want context nowadays. They don't want anything like that. They just want to be able to hate somebody because, you know, they don't like what they say about their religion. You know, what can I do about that? Nothing. Oscar Udugu says, no one has discussed with you respectfully that faith is a spiritual proof fact or knowing. So have you watched Joyner Lucas? I Ain't Racist? I have, yes, I have. Snapchat. Yes, sir. I hope you're well, mate. Jerome Owen. I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. God is in your heart, says Purple Rain. Okay, that's cool. God is in my heart, and I don't need a book then, right? Oh, Shafiq Chanda says on Judgment Day it's the proof. Ah, innit? So you think that's very convenient? Do you think? It's like, okay, I got this car. It's fantastic. It's the best brakes, fastest, hugs the corner, fantastic. You know when you're gonna get it? When you die. No, don't worry about that, mate. You'll get the best car when you die. What? Really? Like, seriously? That's what you said? But I'll get it when I die. No thanks. Like, some people are that stupid. Some people are that stupid. However, me? No. No. This Judgment Day thing, you're gonna get to heaven thing. And you know what's funny, right? They say heaven is not even guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. So then if it's not guaranteed, why am I getting involved? You know, if you weren't guaranteed, right? If you weren't guaranteed £1 million and somebody's promising you £1 million, you're gonna get involved. That's why it's called a gamble. It's called the lottery. People aren't guaranteed the millions, but they play it anyway. If you're telling me God is a gamble, then cool. Tell me God's a gamble. Tell me God's a gamble, and then I'll accept it. I'll be like, all right, cool. It's a gamble. Fine. God's a gamble. People don't tell you that, though. They don't say this. They say God's a fact. It's a certainty. It's not a gamble. I haven't got time for that. Ezra says, let's debate life so I can spin you again. Ezra, you've never spun me, bro. Let's be honest. You've never spun me. Don't gas. Don't gas. Thoughts on Candice Owens? Who's Candice Owens? God does not have a smartphone because it's smarter than he is. Okay. You're not talking nothing to grave except your good deeds. You're taking nothing to the grave except your good deeds. Okay. But isn't it better to be good, though, family? Isn't it better to be just good? Do unto others as they do unto you, you know, like that kind of stuff. Isn't that the best way to kind of live your life? Isn't that the best way to live your life? Sorry, Garvey, you're a proven faggot. If you say so, loan me a woman for 2 hours, bro. She'll tell you if I'm a faggot. She'll come back and tell you. Don't worry about that. Things are out, boy. Family, I'm cut off. Oh, can you see me? So gremlins just got me, actually. The gremlins just got me, family. Offline. I know, it just went offline. The gremlins got me, man. I'm telling you, you don't think it's a conspiracy, you know. Are we back? Are we live? Are we live? They're messing with the stream, bro. Messing with the stream, you know. Every time. Every time. Wow. Am I back? Am I not back? We're live. God. Oh, that was God. Guys, that was God messing with my live stream because I was talking the real. That's what that was. God was messing with my live stream. Okay, because I was disrespecting him. That's what that is. Somebody said, what do you think about someone said, what do you think about that guy Postman Pat saying I think it's very convenient to say racism doesn't exist. I think it's very convenient to say that coming from somebody who is white. I will contend that white people don't experience racism. They will experience race prejudice. That's very real. But racism, there's a difference between race prejudice and racism. And I think the family should kind of realize the difference. Like, I can be race prejudiced towards anyone, you know? I can be race prejudiced towards Asian people, white people, but racism is like racism is like events, like based on the fact that you've got like power to really shift stuff, you know, like shift stuff based on race. Like started, like people need to understand that racism was actually started by that, not by people of color, if you understand this. Like people of color didn't start racism, you know what I'm saying? So I've always said it's like this. If you, me and you are both sitting in this car right now, right, and I just punch you in your face and you haven't done anything to me, and then you punch me back in the face, I can't cry and say, hey, what you just done was the exact same thing that I just done to you. However, on face value, it is, I punched you, you punched me, so we both had a punch. The punch that he done was a reaction to my punch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a reaction. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm just gonna sit down and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was started by me. So I started punching people, and people attempted to punch back, you see? Attempted to punch back. And then what happens when people attempt to punch back, even though they're not as strong as me, I will cry, you're just as bad as me, you're racist. And it's like, nah. There are people that are attempting to forward themselves, okay, and they can't do exactly what the people that started racism are doing. They're not in the power, they're not in a position to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, especially black people, to really enforce racism. Like, what can black people do today that's really going to shift the power structure of the white system right now? What are they going to do? Huh? You guys, oh, he called me a white so-and-so. So, you still got your job? Yeah. Okay. You still live in the same house? Yeah. All right, cool. You still drive the same car? Yeah. So really and truly, me calling you a white whatever ain't really fucking with your life. It's your life. But people in the position of power now, white people in the position of power, or whoever, whatever race, they say, you know what, we don't like that black so-and-so. They can take away my shit, me into a different motherfucking place. They can do all this kind of shit. So it's a power thing. Saying a word, because anyone can say words, bro. It's what you can do after you say those words, you know? What can you do if you have that feeling about people? Are you in the position to adversely affect the lives of the group that you don't like? You know? That is where we really start, because I've been called names. I've actually been called racist names in my life, right? And it hasn't affected me. So a name to me doesn't really mean anything. It's when you have the power to do something to me, and you use that power to do something to me based on the way you feel about me as this racial group, that's where the problem lies. So, you know, like I said, I can look at a Chinese man on the street and be like, oh, look at that Chinese whatever, which is a race prejudice statement, 100%. Race prejudice statement, 100%. But his life's not affected by that. He's not affected. So when you have the power to adversely affect the lives of people, that's the crazy shit. What are we saying? What do you think of Sikhs and the Sikh faith, Sarah? Listen, I was speaking to a Sikh yesterday at Speaker's Corner. Sikhs are cool, man. Sikhs are all about, like, internal journeys. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all about internal journeys and, you know, like energy and all this kind of stuff. And I'm down with that shit. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't, like, enforcing that stuff on anybody and you're about, like, a journey and stuff, I'm cool with Sikhs, man. I'm cool with Hindus, bro. You know what I'm saying? Religious people who are like non-arrogant, like a non-arrogant set of people, I'm cool with them. Hey Sarah, do you think what do you say? The belief in the possibilities of aliens? I believe in aliens. It's one of my beliefs. We're back. I mean, yeah. It's fucking with my live stream, folks. Fucking with my live stream, man. Telling ya. It's crazy. Anyway, what was I saying? What we saying? Understand? We back. They were fucking with my live stream, folks. I'm telling you, they're trying to shut me down. The gremlins are out. You know. Yeah, God did it, I guess. Guess it was Allah, Jehovah, Vishnu, Brahmin, all of them. Aliens. Even aliens did it. The aliens did it. That's who it was. Oh, God. Are you invested in crypto? It says cool video. I am, actually. I am invested in some crypto. You pissed off Odin, said Atheist Alliance. I know, I pissed Odin off, man. But Odin got me. You were speaking about Sikhs. I was speaking about aliens. I said I believe in aliens. I believe aliens exist, right? However, I can't prove it. This is why it's a belief. Do we get it? I believe they exist. I look into the universe and I say, hey, this is a very vast universe. We can't be the only ones that live here. We can't be the only ones that live here. But there's no proof that we're not the only ones. Do you know what I'm saying? Until there's proof, then it's cool. Because if somebody asked me to prove it, I'll be like, Area 51, one day I saw this light in the sky, and they were like, yeah, all right, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? So until we can actually prove some stuff, it's a belief. Yeah, I believe in Santa. Oh, God. People have all kinds of beliefs, which means they're just beliefs. Like I said, when you try to enforce a belief as a fact, that is where you come unstuck. That is where you come unstuck. Do not enforce a belief as a fact. You will come unstuck, trust me. And religious people have come unstuck on many occasions, you know. What we saying? Pitbull wizard, right? Let's say. So whenever you run into any problems you feel is above you, ask God, hopefully, and you'll have proof. You see, I done that when I was a Christian, and people do that when they are Muslim, and people do that when they are Sikh, and people do that when they are Hindu, and people do that when they're African spiritualist, and all of them get the answer that they want. Is that coincidence? All of them get the answer that they want. Is that coincidence? And then they start arguing. Do you know what I'm saying? Then they start arguing. No. It was my God that did it. No. It was my God. No. My God exists because I got the answer. No. Oh my gosh. You see what I'm saying? And so if we just agree that all of this stuff is just subjective, you know, there's only one God. It says rather louder. Heard that before. Whatever will be, will be. Exactly. Whatever will be, will be. It's a fact. Prove it. Prove it and shut up. I don't have to prove it. Then I don't have to prove I had sex with your mother last night, but I'm just going to tell everyone that I had sex with her and she was great. You know what I'm saying? Because we can just go around asserting all kinds of shit now because we don't have to prove it. It's a fact. I had sex with your mom last night. Fact. What are you going to see? What are you going to say? I don't have to prove it. I ain't going to prove it. Do you see how stupid that is? This is what I'm trying to say. This is very stupid, people. You ask somebody to prove it, they tell you they don't have to prove it. Well, if you don't have to prove it, you can say any shit. Say anything. I was flying last night with Superman in the sky. Yeah? Prove it. I don't have to. It's a fact. Come on. Like, is this the level of intelligence that we've got nowadays? Is this the level of intelligence we've got? Come on, man. But the thing is, someone says that's deep. The thing is, I use deep analogies so you can get it. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can actually get what's going on. People are asserting stuff, yeah? People are just asserting stuff without having to prove it. It's crazy. Just prove what you're saying and shut up. If you can't prove it, then shut up. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to believe you if you can't prove it. Then I had sex with your mom, you know, then I had a date with your sister, and then me and your auntie, we went out, right? And all this, and I could say all kinds of stuff. And you can say what? And I can say what? It's a fact. Then they can say, oh, I asked my mum. I say, well, your mum's lying to you. Your mum's lying. She doesn't want you to know. It's still a fact, though. Your sister's lying to you. Still a fact. Your auntie's lying to you. Still a fact. You see what I'm saying? Ezra said none of my ancestors were atheists. I'm not an atheist, so that's cool. But what people do, as I've gone into, they say, oh no. I said God exists, and I don't have to prove it, but you have to disprove it. I have to disprove it. So now you're sending me on the wild goose chase. So I've got to disprove the stuff. So then I said to you, okay, cool. Well, I did have sex with your mum last night. Disprove it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna disprove that I had sex with your mum last night? You weren't even with my mum last night. You don't know. You don't know what she was doing. She could have been with me. And because she could have been with me, I'm actually gonna run around and tell people that, yeah, I was with your mum last night. And because you can't disprove it, then me and your mum had sex. There you go, Radalada. Now you're getting it. You see what I'm saying? Now you're getting it. Hopefully you're getting it now. You know? I'm hoping people get it now. I know Radalada's a troll. I know he's a troll. That's why I spoke about his mum. I spoke about his mum because I know he's a troll. He's been trolling for a while. What are we saying now? Mia said, disprove that I'm your dad. Oh, mate. Folks. Hang on. You can't start the argument with disprove it, folks. I want to give people an education lesson in this. You don't start an argument with disprove what I'm saying. That's not how you start a conversation. I'm just trying to get people to understand. You do not start a conversation with disprove what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not how you start one. You start an argument with, hey guys, what do you think? Do you think there's an entity called so-and-so, or there's an entity called blah, blah, blah? You say, oh, well, I don't really know, actually. Blah, blah, blah. And that's how the argument starts. You don't just assert some stuff and then start telling people to disprove it. Dumb. What we saying? I haven't got much time left, fam. Someone said Sarah never used to be a Muslim. There's got to be a Muslim saying that nonsense. It's got to be. Because, like I said before, earlier on, people, you know, like, you're dealing with first of all, with low IQ. First of all, we're dealing with low IQ. Second of all, we are dealing with people who are emotionally attached to something, okay? And no amount of facts or anything like that will actually allow them to disassociate themselves from the thing that they've put all this emotion into. What are we saying? What we saying? I'm gonna roll out of here in a minute, fam. Oh, mate. Sarah has no academic skills in religion or history. still managed to make you Salafi Wahhabis look like fools, though, didn't I? If I've got no, you know, if I've got no skills in religion or history, I still made your family look like fools, bro. So imagine me, who doesn't have any skills in religion or history, can go up to all of your Salafi Wahhabis at Speaker's Corner and make them look like stupid idiots. Imagine that. Imagine that. Eh? Do you think Muslims will become extinct due to inbreeding? No, I don't believe. The thing is, I don't want, this is the thing I said before, I don't want people to, religion to become extinct. I don't want religion to become extinct. In that way, I don't want the people, sorry, to become extinct. If religion becomes extinct, it will be because other alternative facts were presented and it was a better argument. Not because people were dying. That's not how you kill a religion. That's not how you get rid of one. You don't kill the people, because the book will always exist. You know what I'm saying? So that's not how you get rid of a religion. You get rid of a religion, if that's your goal, by presenting alternative facts and trying to make people, you know, smarter. That's how you get rid of it. Sarah, have you ever dated a Muslim? Define dated. No, I haven't dated one, let's say. Debate Shabir about Moses again. No, we've done that. We've done that. Kobe just said you shagged one. Listen your way. Do you have the thing on you? So yeah, I've got the thing on me. It's always on me. It's in my pants. Oliver Ricardo, what's good, bro? Sire, please look into. Yeah, I need to. That the techno. Yeah, that. My mission in life is. You guys are crazy. I think it's about that time to go, then, fam. Yeah, it's time to go, family. Got to get back to work and all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Money doesn't make itself. So, yeah, I'm going to do this. Chill with us, says Amir. Amir, you're a troll anyway. You want me to chill with you for, bro? Chilling with your ass. You guys are jokes, you know. Oh, God. You a trader. No, I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. Do you see my video? I'm a billionaire. You see? That's my assertion. I'm a billionaire. Now disprove it. Okay? Disprove I'm a billionaire. Yeah, fam. Okay, good. All right, it's time to go. Family, take care of yourselves. You know, yeah, you guys are crazy. Peace, family. Peace.